I must be stuck.
You need some more, bro.
Nah, this is nothing.
What I said is that
A non-smoker talking shit.
get high, nigga. Quit fucking around.
You want to jump, don't you? Remember that shit on Lean on Me?
Kid, you know what this is?
Who's that?
You know what this is? Wanye's son.
No, what one? Yeah.
Boys to Men.
Okay.
Yeah.
Theme music.
ENT.
Hey.
Hey.
Yes, y'all. We on the.
Yeah. Week 34.
Every Saturday, 4 to 6. 4 to 6, y'all.
I don't know what week it is. I done had a long week.
34.
Week 34. And we here. Thank, yay. Thank God. I can thank God.
Yep.
We on the run. Hey, we on the
Right.
we on the run. We on the run. Hey, we on the run. Hey,
I didn't do it now.
Hey, we on the hey. We really was on the run.
Yeah, y'all was.
Run, baby.
Yeah.
Hey.
I said yeah.
Yes, indeed. Welcome back, my brothers.
What it do, y'all? Damn,
We
34.
Shaquille O'Neal in it today.
One.
Yeah.
Thank you for the warm welcome back.
Hello.
I missed my brothers. I missed my brothers.
You know how to start the show.
We miss you too.
I'm blessed and highly favored.
Thank you very much.
You know me.
Come on,
Same
man.
1, 2, 3.
Yes, sir.
Always
Shot.
as that. Always as usual. Posted like a stamp. Players
Lisa Marie
from the SSV.
You know me, staying out the way. But in the way, though.
At the same
At the
time.
same time.
That's
I'm
how
out,
it
but
go.
I'm in. You know how it
That's
is.
how it go.
That's
That's how it
That's
go.
it.
That's right.
Out the way, but in the
So how everybody week been?
Well, that's a dumb question.
I was just
We was
asking.
together.
I was just asking.
We was all together. We
I was
all
just
together.
asking.
Except for me, they left me, y'all.
Yeah,
road
That's
trip.
okay.
But I
though.
kept up with them, though. I
That's
kept
okay.
up with
We
them.
got
We
some more
appreciate
things
the
lined up.
messages too. Sis.
Oh, for sure. And I
no
appreciate the
Yeah.
shout out. You know, I love my brothers.
Now you checked on us. You checked on
Yeah,
us.
I had to do
Shout
that. I
out
had to do that.
to Ken Dog. He checked on us too.
Yeah, I
While we
had to
were
do
doing
that.
it.
Ken
Yeah,
Dog.
Paul.
Paul.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
indeed.
Yeah.
Had to do it. Had to do it.
Quite
Oh,
a few
man.
people checked out.
Mhm.
You know, make sure we was
Everybody
all right.
Sending us
We had a
messages.
nice road trip. It was very dysfunctional and funny as hell.
Hilarious.
Oh,
When I say we had a
Hilarious.
ball,
Oh my God.
oh man, I don't even know what to say.
You can't travel with these guys, man. You can't.
It
You
was
can't.
hilarious.
You can't. It was hilarious.
I don't know if y'all see Mr. Choc page, and he was going live, and you know we had it going from the car. But we want to thank everybody,
Yeah.
all the Johnsons, everybody in Texas,
For their
everybody in
hospitality.
Dallas for their hospitality. You know,
I want to give a shout out to Fletch.
Fletch.
We ain't gonna do that, job.
Fletch.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Love
Shout
you,
out.
man. It's good to see you. It's good to see you.
Yeah, we'll give him a shout out.
Yeah, he get
Yeah.
large shout out.
Super shout.
Yeah.
To my cousins, Raven,
Elbow.
Raven,
Ebony,
Ebony, Natalie, Tracy,
Remy,
Right.
Remy,
Ro-
Lil
Diamond,
Roger,
Precious.
Ryan, Precious,
Precious, Donald,
TT.
TT,
TT,
Yeah.
Ted,
Ted.
Lil-
we love you, Ted.
Yeah, we love you, Ted. We
Kiara.
still, Basil,
Basil. Shout out to Basil.
King, the
Shout out to
twins,
King, man.
all them kids that David
Yeah,
got. You know, he got a
and
football
David,
team
and
over
David.
there.
He
you
got
know?
a football team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta
gotta-
give a shout out to Big Dave.
Yeah,
I
Big
mean,
Dave.
You know, hey man, I
We
love
love
you,
you, nephew.
You know that. You know that.
Whole
You know
lot,
that,
whole lot.
right?
Our family was very, 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 very strong.
Diamond.
Diamond.
I said
Can't
that.
forget his long head
Yeah,
ass.
Diamond, come on, man. I'm so proud of him. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And shout out to a lot of other people that we met out there, man. We had a good time.
Yeah. Oh, to my granddaughter. I got to see my
Oh, yeah,
granddaughter.
that was- that was
oh, man, that was beautiful.
Skylar.
Yeah,
Skylar.
Shout out to
Yeah.
See
Skylar.
my granddaughter.
Papa.
Right,
That was
right.
cute.
Papa.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
first time he meeting his grandbaby, so that was kind of cool. You know,
That was a beautiful.
Yeah.
Very monumental.
We enjoyed
And
it.
also shout out to the cooks who prepared the food
Oh,
for the
yeah.
Oh,
family.
yeah. Oh,
Carla.
man.
Yeah. Oh, shout out to Carla.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Carla.
Oh,
She
hell
traveled.
yeah, shout out to
She
Carla.
traveled.
She
did her
got
thing.
on the bus
To
by
make sure-
herself to make
yeah.
sure that she made it. So,
Yeah.
Carla, I want to give you a big shout out. I love you, Cuddy.
And to my brother Ronald, man, we
Yeah,
don't know what to do
I don't know
without
what
you.
to
Man,
say.
you
about
almost made me go in my pocket to put some money in the
He did that, man. He did that. He
Oh,
did
man.
that.
Brother, great. It was a great service. Sent her home right.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
sent it home well, bro.
Yeah,
For
real.
definitely.
No joke. He
For
did
real,
that.
you did your thing.
It was just,
Oh,
it
shout
was
out to
beautiful.
Roger. We can't forget
Oh,
Roger.
Roger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Roger.
Uncle Raj.
Yeah.
Uncle Roger and Roger.
Yeah,
And Roger.
Roger.
Yeah.
See, yeah.
Yeah.
Nate. You
Nate.
know, so we can't.
Dakota.
Now
I
we
mean,
got
Dakota.
Yeah, Dakota.
I mean, shit, we
Yeah.
got almost everybody.
And
now.
One Leg Entertainment.
Oh, shout out to One Leg Entertainment.
One Leg Entertainment.
Shout out to you, man. You know what I'm saying?
Real talk. DJ One Leg.
DJ One Leg, and what it says, what it is.
Right.
What it is,
Right.
man.
You heard?
He
It was
represented
nice,
to the fullest.
Yes,
We had a
sir.
ball, man. We had
Yeah.
a ball. It was funny as you could get. Very dysfunctional. When I tell you the shit was funny, oh my god,
That shit was hilarious.
I should have documented. It was just too much funny shit, just too much. And traveling,
Yeah, the funny shit we didn't get.
Next
to tape.
time
get
we
to
know.
tape.
No,
we
we-
get to
next
tape.
time we
Everything
know.
was funny,
It was hilarious. This,
you know. So
Next
It is what
time
it
we
is.
know. So be on the lookout for the next road trip.
we're gonna
Oh, man,
document
hey.
everything.
We getting ready to put it together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Are we gonna document the road?
we
We're
gonna
gonna
document the road
document
trip.
the
We
Where we
all
going?
gonna
Where we
go.
going? Or
We all going.
We all going.
Where we going?
Even if we
Yeah,
gotta go to
decided yet,
Vegas,
but-
whatever
we
we
go.
yeah.
We gotta go far.
Well,
It gotta be a
Well, we're
moment.
gonna start taking.
'Cause I like-
road- We're gonna start.
Come on.
Nah,
You know,
you
when
and
TJ
TJ
get
don't get
frustrated.
along. You and
We
TJ
didn't
don't
get
get along.
frustrated.
They
I'm
cuss each
old
other.
and he young.
They cuss each other
I
out.
don't want to hear
and
no
he can
more
drive.
rap music.
Hey,
That's all he
it's-
kept
it's-
hollering
oh
this
my
shit.
God.
He want to put on that R&B, niggas falling asleep.
I
and shit.
just want to let it go.
Yeah.
This is
Look. Old school in the background like a Temptation.
You goddamn
I
right.
said, look at white chocolate. Look at white chocolate.
Hey,
Look,
but
we
I
got
like
John
that.
B in
Hey,
this motherfucker.
But I'm sorry, but that's my thing too.
Look,
TK,
let me tell you this. Let me tell
I
you
mean, I love slow music. I'm
What?
sorry, bro, not to cut you off, but with
What?
the heat on, because his feet cold. He in the backseat keep hollering, my feet cold, my feet
Nigga,
cold.
my feet
So,
cold, nigga.
with the heat on and slow music,
Nigga need
I'm going to
foot
sleep.
Yeah, probably
Go to
like
sleep.
he like I got if I was driving, ain't no heat going on. You should have seen niggas.
Nigga, I had niggas in there like popsicles.
and we all got in the moment.
Yeah, man,
So, but anyway, my shit is I can't listen to rap music for fucking 12 hours straight.
Meek
I
Mill's
can't do it.
nigga, that nigga played
Meek Mills and
Rick Ross.
And Meek Mill was going, yeah. That's all I could hear.
I
You know
got
what I'm saying?
money.
Nah, man, he was just yelling.
Nah, he was doing more than
He was yelling.
Hey, this nigga,
So
this
the
nigga
reason
old
why-
school.
The reason why I like, because I know all the songs.
You mellowed
so,
out. You mellowed
Nigga,
out.
I'm
Yeah, I
in concert when I'm driving.
Right.
I know every song. So
And
I'm going
that's
to
what
sleep.
was-
It could be warm. It
I'm
could be hot.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
that's how.
But I didn't
Yeah.
say nothing.
But
I was
Oh,
quiet.
I can
I was
imagine.
quiet on his
One thing
turn.
I could-
But they was mad at my
But
turn.
no,
And it
no,
was warm in the car,
no,
too.
no,
Crunk it up.
no,
Look,
but
and
I
it was
give-
warm in the car when it was my turn.
Look, yeah, it was warm in the car, but look,
I don't
one
want
thing
no
I
heat.
give proper.
I
One
can
thing
say-
I give proper
So he's gonna take his
props
own
about
car when we go next
is-
time.
Hold up.
is when you wanted to hear something on the playlist that you want to hear, cousin hand you the phone and say play.
Yeah.
See,
He would do that in a
See.
heartbeat.
right,
Pull
right,
it up, and then he ain't complaining about what you want to hear now.
right,
He ain't never did that.
Right.
He just
right.
roll along with it. Because me personally, I want to hear Scarface, the
Right.
Untouchable.
And you
album.
played it. That was jamming.
You get what I'm
I just
saying?
want a variety of R&B.
Hey, but Q, yeah, let's.
Yeah, you
I don't
cut
know
me
if I
out on
want to
Q.
do this.
You did me wrong on the Q.
You know, because I'm a Q fan.
I know, but you did
That
me wrong
shit-
on that.
It
That
sound
shit.
better than Meek Mill screaming.
That shit. No, it didn't. No, it didn't.
That,
Hey, you heard it?
Ice Cube.
You heard it, Ken? Oh, no,
It sound better
You
than
heard
my
Cube
Milk
new
Mo
shit?
screaming.
I never.
because that was my first time, and
I was like two
kind of
songs. I
disappointed me.
was in 2 songs into it. No, 3 songs into it when you stopped it. But the first one, Arrest the President, dope.
I like that.
We
one.
know that.
Yeah.
Then
But
the
after
second
that
one, I didn't like. But the third one that started, I was like, okay. You was like, blue.
This is not
Back to
it.
Meek Mills.
This is not it.
No,
Man.
you
This
went
is
to
not
Jay-Z
it.
and
I went to
Jay-Z
Jay-Z
and B.
and Beyonce.
That's what you did. That's what you did.
Let's make love in the summertime.
Yeah.
That nigga
I
said,
got gold.
that nigga said I got the banana.
bandana.
I got the banana clips for that monkey shit.
Yeah, it was.
I got the banana clips for that monkey shit.
Hey, you know what was crazy is when we was going through El Paso and we got to see that border. Bro. Like,
It's Mexico right there.
Yeah,
it
y'all
show you
down there
what
in
realistic.
Juarez.
It let you see what they was doing. It makes them people that's in Mexico like I know they stare into the U.S. and be going, them motherfuckers.
It ain't even a bread.
If it was us,
You bastards.
nigga, we'll look like a circus act getting over that gate.
You gotta
I'm
stop
telling
me
you.
every day because the only
I'm
thing you can
trying
do
it
is
every
put
day.
me back
That's
over
it.
there.
Send
That's
me
it.
back. That's it. I'm gonna try every
That's
day.
it.
They had a regular
Yeah.
metal
Regular
fence.
metal fence
a
that ran
see-through.
along
Yeah.
the whole
I've seen
border.
it.
But we talking Juarez.
Right.
Right. If you ever
Where the
seen the movie
cartels is at.
Sicario,
Yeah.
like
That shit so bad over the top of it, it had a gun with a cross.
Ain't that crazy?
Yeah.
Nigga,
Right.
don't bring them
On the
in there.
mountain.
But I could actually.
On
the- I mean,
see,
on the
when I used
thing.
to go to the reservation.
I think we
when-
got. Did you document that?
No,
Yeah.
I tried to, but
We tried to
No,
do
I
it.
I
Moving
seen
too
it though.
fast.
No, but I
Came
saw it
into-
though.
came
But
into
I saw
play.
it though
Did
because because see the thing is I've driven down in the area so I know where it is, and when I go to my reservation,
Oh,
I
yeah,
can
you-
see
you-
into Mexico
Right.
straight from my reservation because
Right.
it's the same scenario.
Yeah.
You know, you go to Algodones, that parking lot, there's a mall over there. That's Mexico.
Oh,
And so
okay,
I used to
okay.
drive into Mexico all of the time. You know, I wouldn't do that now because there's so much shit going
There's
on.
so
Hey,
much
boy,
shit.
you
You don't even want to
it's
take a chance to
dangerous.
go over
Nah, so I
It's
wouldn't do it
dangerous.
now. But I used to go shop and eat, and I had a restaurant that I would go over there where I
Yeah.
could drink. You know, and everything was cool, but it's not like that now. It's just far more dangerous now. So I wouldn't do that shit now. But I used to do it back then.
there. Okay,
in the 90s.
enough on our road trip. We'll get back to that.
Hey,
What's happening with these?
No, I got to
sports?
talk about
Oh,
one
wait,
more.
hold on. What?
You motherfuckers got us lost in Oklahoma City.
Okay, what
and
about
that black road, that dark road, then out of nowhere we see a building, right?
Oh, yeah,
And
that's
the
true.
building had the high school, the middle
junior
school, and
and
the
the
elementary
elementary,
school,
all in one.
building.
And the
literally,
police
literally
across the
in
street.
one. A big building that said high school, middle school, elementary.
It looked like we had jumped back to 1945.
I
Yeah,
told,
it was.
I told old school, this is
Shit,
the one.
y'all was that was
It
the
was
color
scary.
purple. Shit,
It was
y'all
scary.
y'all
Yeah,
was.
exactly.
It
I
was
told
color
old
purple.
school if the police pull us over, just jump out and say, I got them
It was
niggas.
scary.
I got them
It was
niggas
scary.
under control.
Nah, that's what he said.
Get your
He
ass
said,
up
"Oh,
there.
school's the first time you can
They
call
said
us
they ain't
niggas."
splitting up no
Yeah,
damn
we
school.
might
He said,
whoop
if
your
the
ass
police
later.
pull us over, you get out the car first and be like, don't worry about it. I got these niggas under control. Oh, man.
Officer, I got these niggers.
Yeah, I got them.
It's all on me.
Because
I
we
got
was in the
these
hick
niggers.
town. We was definitely
Yeah.
about to get lynched in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We
Yeah.
just driving.
Right, oldies and werewolves and
And they don't be
we
having
seen this shit,
no
all kind of
street
shit.
lights, be like 3 miles apart and shit.
oh,
Yeah.
there wasn't no street light.
Man,
Mm-mm.
you can't see shit.
What's
Oh,
the-
let's send out a condolence to the people,
people that
the
oh,
four
man.
people who died
Oh,
on the
yeah,
freeway
on the 10
yesterday, to their
freeway
family.
yesterday.
yesterday in Tucson.
Outside,
Yeah.
right
Wow.
outside of Tucson.
Tucson, yeah.
Fort
That
Worth.
was
Where people
Horrific.
was killed
horrific
and
crash.
Man,
horrific,
Mm.
very bad. So
Yeah, they be crashing with them trucks over there. Because I used to mess with that 10 because I would hit Tucson and then get back to the 8 to go to the reservation.
Right.
yeah, the
And it
take
would
you
never
to San
fail.
Diego, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And and El Centro and all that. And it
Right.
never failed that they be tangling with them trucks. I'm like,
Damn.
and
You
I
can't
mean,
beat them. You can't
no,
defeat them, man.
because 50 miles an hour for them is like 80 for going in a car.
Right.
And they can't stop.
And you can go 80 miles per hour.
let me
Yeah,
tell
and
you,
they
Prophet's
can't stop.
80 is 90.
100.
105.
They talking about
105.
the GPS.
You
said
made
we
up.
gonna
You
get
made
there in
up.
4
You made up.
hours
You
and
made
44
up. You made
minutes.
up all of the.
I said,
lost
tell me
time.
what it say in the next 30 minutes.
Because
Tell me
the
the
back
thing
up
say the same
on
That's an arrogant driving motherfucker, but I gotta give it to him. Motherfucker got to get 2 hours sugar.
he did.
But fuck you.
We
Anyway.
did. We
Cuz-
were
cuz-
6 hours
cuz is a traveler.
behind. We were
Yeah,
6
he
hours
traveled.
behind. Then we cut it from 6 hours to 4
4
hours. Then we
44.
made up the 2 hours.
Yeah, you did that,
So
bro.
we only really
did all right.
2 hours.
For a
Give me
youngster.
my
But
props.
that was the
Hey, we
funniest
was
part.
trapped.
I'm
Look,
glad-
we was
I'm-
stuck because of the people accident or whatever. So that was funny.
That
That
was
was-
the
Yeah,
funniest
that
no,
was
part.
I heard
Oh,
about
man,
that.
it was amazing.
I had to pee. We was stuck in traffic, and I had to pee. I'm like, damn, I gotta pee. But I'm trying to play it off because all the cars is lined up. I'm like, old school, don't we need to get out and see what's going on? So we get out. Prophet in the car the whole time. He keep going. I want to turn around.
turn
I'm telling you, I want to turn around. I was like, nah, we right here. Don't turn around. So we go to the bushes, and all the cars is lined up. When I leave from behind the bush, I look and I can see the wheel turned all the way to the left. Like as soon as y'all get in the car, it's a U-turn, homie. It's a U-turn coming right now. As soon as he got in the car, probably
Because I figured it had to be another.
It got to be another.
Don't
way.
remember that dude was like, "Good luck."
He told us good luck.
But we found our way out of there.
Found our way
Put our
out.
minds together. We called my little cousin.
Yeah, y'all.
Yeah,
That's some Cali driving. Right
Okay,
there.
but I'm
That's
just gonna
some
tell
Cali
y'all
people.
one thing. Don't let my brother showboat you for no more for y'all, cause this nigga would jinx y'all.
Who?
This one here.
Oh, he jinxed.
Hi,
he
y'all.
tried
Hi,
to.
hi.
Oh, when he waved at the
Hi.
people.
Yeah.
All I said was, "How you doing?"
And next
How
thing you know, we
doing?
were stuck.
Next thing you know,
We was stuck.
How
Then
you
he
doing?
started
He just
blaming
could-
me.
he just
Look, that nigga said, I knew we should have went to 40 listening to your ass.
Oh yeah.
Now all of a sudden it's my fault. I said, nigga, we don't know if it would have been an accident on the 40.
We know it could be
Hey,
dead.
nigga,
nigga.
I'm
and then,
gonna blame it on somebody,
everybody
goddamn
took
it.
credit for getting us out of the
No.
mess.
It
On the
did-
real,
everybody
I
did take credit.
started that mission. Didn't nobody have faith in the beginning. Choc started thinking about it. He said, you know what? He right. It got to be another way out this.
Yeah, it don't make sense.
You can't
It
tell
don't
me
make- you
Tucson,
can-
the only way out of Tucson is
It's
10
one way to
freeway.
get to the 10 freeway.
Yeah,
Come
I
on.
can't imagine what they did back in the days.
We don't know what we did.
Died or
But we
But
figured it out.
Yeah.
We ended up
Hey, they
surviving
was like the
that
niggas on
accident.
the hood, like boys on the hood. There it is, right
Yeah,
there.
nigga look like it looked like we was on Wizard of Oz, nigga. Like,
right.
No, because remember,
shit. Oh,
the
there
freeway
go
was
the
sitting right there and
Brooklyn.
said,
That's
There it is right
Yellow
there.
Brick Road.
yeah, it was.
all right, well,
it was
look, hey,
crazy.
you know,
Let's-
we can talk about this shit all day long, but we need what we got to do right now is get into these sports with us.
Yeah, we got to hear what Lisa.
Lisa, what you got for us, baby?
What we got?
I got a couple of things. You know, the Bears won a division title.
Yeah.
The first one in 8 years. So
That's
that was
right.
nice.
The
Everybody
Bears
else.
won the division.
Oh yeah, they won
Yeah,
the
they got
title
their division
since
title.
2000. Was it 12?
2008.
Good job,
2008.
Khalil Mack.
Yeah.
2008.
Good
Yeah.
job leaving.
Yeah,
good
so they
job
went on and
getting
did
rid of
that.
good players.
But the
Good
biggest
job.
no, but the
Guest
big
Ole Skool
no, but
for
the
pointing that
biggest
shit
thing.
out.
No,
No,
check this
both
out
of y'all
though.
Point that
No,
shit
I'm
out.
saying good job for
No.
him.
Let-
Good job. He's a good player, man.
No, I know, but here's the biggest thing though. Here's the biggest thing though. Dodgers, big trade coming. They getting ready. They trying to get rid of Kemp. Y'all
They
see
did.
for Puig.
Last
All of
night.
them went to Cincinnati.
They gone?
Yeah,
Yes.
last night.
Puig gone?
Yeah, they went-
Puig and
Kemp.
Kemp and Woods.
Kemp's gone?
Yes,
Kemp and Woods.
they all went to Cincinnati. Now I don't
I
know
like
what
that.
we getting.
Homer, whatever his name.
Yeah,
is.
but but the problem to me is okay. You don't gave away our hitters. What are we getting in return? Because the pitching has been the problem to me.
They're trying to draw-
for the
they're
Dodgers.
trying
Yes.
to get Bryce Harper. They're
Okay.
trying to free up all that money. For
Oh,
Bryce
okay.
Harper.
Because I knew there had to be some type of method to the madness to be
Yeah.
giving up all your hitters like that. Because the pitching has been a problem. The bats was not the problem. The pitching is. But if you're
Right.
going to go for Bryce Harper, I can understand that the man to shut your
But
ass out. I can
no
understand
dude
that.
is worth $400 million.
Well,
No one dude is worth $400
well,
million.
he
Why
gonna
you
be
say
now.
that?
He gonna
I
be
was
now.
going to ask the same thing.
because
bro.
he
He
hasn't.
gonna be
because
now.
He hasn't.
How can you define one man's worth?
Because
Well, he gonna be
hasn't-
now.
He hasn't. His name value is worth it, but his production over the last 3 years
You
has
said
not
that.
been.
Well,
worth it.
he is
Okay,
now.
don't say that man to you is not worth it.
Yeah.
Right.
But don't say no man.
No player. No player is worth $400 million.
Why not?
Because what he brings, unless your
Excuse me.
production is of that caliber.
So then,
Well, I ain't gonna say
a
that.
player
Okay.
is worth.
All
I ain't gonna say that.
I'll give you.
Yeah, that's kind of hard.
I ain't gonna
That's kinda
say that
hard to
because
say
I
that.
felt that Khalil Mack should have got the 120 plus million he was
I feel he
asking
should have
for
got it too.
because he showed you why. Because why
Oakland-
he got that they asses won the
baseball
division
is different, but-
and they got a buy. Yeah, but they got that money to burn too. So what you sitting on it for?
Right.
Mm.
To get, to
So
get,
what
to
you-
get
what
the
you-
new
what you said,
players.
yeah,
I'm gonna tell
yeah.
you something. Don't
So-
nobody got no money to burn.
Well, you got it from
They ain't got no
somewhere.
money to burn. They got
No,
some
he-
money to spend.
That's
but not
it.
To just
Spend
burn.
that shit. And
Okay.
if they worth spending it, spend it.
You know we got
That
a new
ain't
quarterback.
Yeah.
We acquired the Raiders acquired a new quarterback.
Yeah, they did.
He a
So we're
backup.
gonna see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
man.
take-
Well, I
we'll
know
take
he
the
may
backup.
be starting.
Hey,
He may be starting.
We'll
We'll
take
see
it.
because
That's
under
what I was
under
Yeah,
under
when
John
he- I'm talking
Gruden,
about when he
if
a
you
backup.
got him
Nice. Yeah. Well,
under John
so-
Gruden,
so Derek Carr don't get killed.
he's
in the
gonna be
last
starting.
2
I'm gonna
games.
tell you that right now. If it's under John Gruden, because see, I was confused at a lot of the trades that were being made. Now I'm starting to understand.
yeah, it's coming
understand it.
together. The picture's
It's-
coming
yeah.
together now.
Basically, he
Forward.
wants his own team. and his own style of shit.
Yeah.
And he don't want to come in nobody's leftovers and try to mold nobody into his shit.
Right.
And only one that's probably
So
going to
he
be
got
left
his
for the
first ring.
dust to settle is probably going to be Marshawn Lynch, because Marshawn Lynch is what he's looking for in a running back.
Who ain't looking?
Because
for
he
him,
had
so.
that in Frank and you know, Nick Bell and all those when he had them
Right,
fullbacks and
right,
shit.
right,
So it
right.
started coming together as I started looking at the big picture. I said, okay, I see what you're trying to do now.
So are y'all confident with these waiting on the first round draft picks?
Yeah, because
Like,
I've been looking at college football, and yeah, I see what he's doing. There's a lot out there to pick
You
from.
can't guarantee that they'll be effective.
He's
in the
not
NFL.
trying to
You
look for
can't do
quick
that.
effectiveness.
There's-
He's
to
not
me, it
looking
would have
for-
been smart to base the
Yeah.
championship around Khalil Mack, people that
I
you
think
know
so.
produce.
I think so.
You get what I'm saying?
I think
do you
so.
think, Lisa? Do you think that they're waiting for like the Alabama quarterback? Do you
Yeah.
think they're?
But
they
Yeah.
that's
want-
not
they're stocking up
guaranteed
to be
he
able
gonna
to trade for
perform though.
another
Yeah.
I wouldn't
pick?
bank that on
So
that.
Yeah.
he can. So
Yeah.
they
What
can
if
get,
he
he can
flop?
get his own quarterback in there, and they can get rid of Derek Carr.
If they're
Yeah.
gonna bank on any quarterback, it should be that quarterback from Ohio State.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So like I said, he's looking for the
You think
pieces.
it's
He's
a kid
looking
in
for
college
youth.
right now that's ready.
He's
to jump right
looking
in
for
the
youth,
NFL.
Oh,
though.
there's quite a few
I'm
quarterbacks
talking about
that are in
get right
college.
Yeah.
Right to it.
Cam Newton did it easily.
I mean,
Yeah.
but he
Mahomes
was
did it.
The dude
exceptional.
from
I'm saying,
Oklahoma won the
I'm
Heisman.
Right.
I'm
But
saying
the dude
I'm
from
talking about
Alabama,
right now
that's the
at the,
dude.
Yeah.
That's the
dude.
dude.
See, he's
Yeah.
looking.
Yeah.
He's looking to get that youth because
I
that
haven't been
youth
watching, so
he
I
can
don't know.
mold that
hey.
youth.
Yeah.
And that youth already got the skills and the talent to go. You just got to give them the mindset
Because
tools
when they
to
go
go.
to Vegas, that's different.
That it's gonna be
Taxes,
on.
different.
It's gonna be
whole
on.
different.
It
So
ain't
I
no
started
taxes.
seeing.
Yeah,
I
that's
started
what I'm saying.
seeing
There's
what
no
he was
different
doing.
tax, right? You
And
know,
what he's doing,
tax money.
he's getting people that he gonna be able to market.
Right.
He gonna be able to market all the way around in Vegas.
Okay. So,
And not only you gonna be able to market it, that
But
your
what
talent's
about
gonna be there, and you're gonna be able to mold them into what he's going
Right.
into.
So
Because
he
he's
wants
not in
his
Los
own-
Angeles, he's in Oakland.
he wants
Right
his own
now.
team. He wants his.
Not to mention Oakland is suing them too. Oakland is suing them for leaving. But I'm like, okay, but you know what? You didn't really hold up your end of the
That
bargain.
lawsuit probably.
So that's just a
gonna
delay. It's not gonna hold up, just like when LA tried to do it and it didn't hold
Not
up.
gonna hold up.
You know,
So
it's-
you guys are honestly saying there are college quarterbacks that are ready to go right into the game.
Well, you
There's
got-
three. There's three. I mean, the dude from Oklahoma won the Heisman.
What's his name?
Riley or I know he's a Sooner.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Sooner. And then
Yeah.
the dude from the dude from
I think
Alabama.
his daddy used to play ball
Yeah.
in Oklahoma or something like that. Bobby Riley or something.
I think so. I forgot.
But see,
forget his
there's
name.
there's
I
a
forget his
numerous
name.
amount of talents in just about every position coming out of college. The draft is gonna be really deep this year, and it's one of the deepest football drafts I've seen in quite some time.
Mhm.
So and it's at different positions, you know. So he got a lot to choose from. So because I'm like, okay, why? Because to me, you just emptying the bench. When I started seeing all the different trades, you got rid of Amari Cooper, you got these different. I'm like, you emptying the bench. There has to be a reason that you empty in the bench.
Right.
Then he's molded his one. Jordy Nelson is going to be key.
Who?
Jordy Nelson is going to be key for him. You notice
And
Jordy
he was hurt. He was
yes,
hurt,
but Jordy
so,
Nelson is
you know.
going to be key.
Yeah.
And I saw that because he's using them a lot. When he started using different players a lot, and then that's why he didn't bring Marshawn Lynch back. He didn't rush him. Ain't no need. I want you to get fully healed because I got a plan for you. Because
Right.
we gonna run the ball. See, John Gruden like to run the ball.
That's why they picked that Keith Smith.
That's right.
Yeah.
And John Gruden like to run the ball, but you also have to have a strong defensive and offensive line to do
because
so.
when he was at Tampa, he had
Yes. Yes.
work done. He had Mike Allstad.
Yeah.
He had all of Tony Dungy's
Right.
people coming in there and be able to run the ball.
Right. And that's what got them the title, being able to run and having a strong offensive lineman. And they had that. And so now
And
he
the
didn't.
defense was
Yeah.
crazy 'cause
And
they had
but they
Derrick
didn't
Brooks.
have that this team when he came in there for Marshawn Lynch to really get loose. That's why Marshawn got hurt. Now he's getting ready to change that shit.
So outside of the Raiders, is that
Y'all Cowboys is looking good.
They
I'm
tried
gonna tell
it.
you. I'm gonna tell you what's
No, they
Y'all looking
got
good.
the same problems the Raiders got.
who do?
The
Y'all,
Cowboys
you know-
do. They got
How we got the
you
same
guys
problems?
got the same
Are we in the
problems.
playoffs?
You may be in the
No,
playoffs,
no,
but you got the
y'all-
same
y'all
I'm just
playoffs.
asking.
y'all in the
No,
playoffs.
but y'all in the
All right,
playoffs,
y'all
but y'all got the
one more
same
game.
problems
Shut
though.
up.
Are the Raiders
Y'all
in the
got
playoffs?
shut up.
No, let him go. Let him
I
go.
just want to
No,
know.
no,
I
let
just
him
want to
go.
know how we in the
I'm
same.
finna tell you how you got
Oh,
the same
okay.
problems.
I'm
There's a
setting it up
difference
for you.
somewhere.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gotta be
There's a
something.
difference somewhere.
I'ma tell you
Yeah,
how.
I got it.
Yeah,
Because
gotta
as quick
be a
as y'all
slight
is-
difference. It
Yeah,
can't be the
it's
same.
real slight. It's slim
Okay,
difference is what you should say. It's a slim difference. As a matter of
Hold
fact,
on, my
y'all
kids.
got problems with y'all quarterback not being able to hold on to the ball, which is gonna
True.
bounce y'all right on out.
All
So-
of Texas want him
So,
gone.
Yeah,
We
true.
just
So-
left there. And
so
that's
this
all
is
of
what
the
I'm
fans
saying.
Want him
True.
out of there.
True.
but see, this is how fickle things are. That's why I'm saying that your offensive line is not as strong as it needs to be
That's
to go
the
all
problem.
the way.
It really ain't
And
the
that,
quarterback,
yeah,
it's the offensive
but
line.
he, but
That's what I keep trying to explain to people.
yeah, and
If he
that's
had
what
more
I
time,
see.
maybe he can make
Yes.
a better decision.
That's what I
But
said.
every time he look
Make
up,
better
it's somebody
plays.
And
else.
that's
Place.
what that's
Yeah.
what happens
That's
to Derek
what happened
Carr.
with Cam Newton.
That's
Exactly.
what
Derek
happens
Carr,
to Derek Carr,
great
Kirk
quarterback,
Cousins,
no
and
protection.
Kirk Cousins.
Y'all
When
can't
you do
expect
not
him to be miracle workers.
exactly. So
Shit.
this is why I said we all
Shout
have the
out to
same
Sis.
problem. This is what's really the main problem. You don't have the line that can hold long enough for him to set up.
Right.
So you
But-
force him
but-
out the pocket, and you're gonna force him out. It's gonna be one, two things. He either gonna get sacked, which you've been getting sacked a lot, which is gonna lead
Are you
to
gonna throw an
injury,
interception?
or you're gonna throw an interception, or you're gonna fumble the
Or you
ball.
gonna fumble the ball?
And that's all been happening this year.
I do want to give a quick shout out to my brothers who held their ground with the Raiders, even though everybody in Texas tried to
Nigga, I wore my Raiders. I had my
tried
Raiders.
to,
Yeah, I
tried to
saw that.
sabotage them with the Dallas stuff.
Oh,
No, we got
yeah.
pictures of him.
Shut up.
He's an undercover
I'm
cowboy.
giving y'all credit.
Hold up.
Literally, he's
Hold
an
up.
undercover
Hold up.
cowboy right here.
Hold up.
We got him.
Hold up. We
Wrapped
gonna-
up, snuggled
tell you,
tight in the cowboy
If you
blanket.
really feel like that, then subpoena me for ghetto. If you
Already
really
got it.
feel like that, then
Already
you
got
gotta
it.
subpoena me for
We're
ghetto.
gonna do a throwback.
You gonna do it?
Yeah,
You gonna subpoena me?
Yeah, we're gonna
Hey.
set it up for next week.
So
Well, I'm a
use-
diehard
I'ma
Raider
use
fan,
my-
and that's just how it's gonna
I'm
be.
I'm gonna use my attorney. Right?
That's just
Right.
how it's
The
gonna be.
attorney that I use
who is?
is gonna
I'll be a
defend.
witness. I what you call like that.
What you witness? I got evidence, photos.
So
Yeah, but
pictures.
listen.
That ain't
no.
what you
Pictures
seen, y'all.
can
hold
That ain't
up.
what you seen, people.
No. Listen,
It was spliced together.
y'all have to understand something.
It was cold, the motherfucker.
Cold to the motherfucker. And the blanket that was given to me happens to be a cowboy house. That house, everybody cowboy fan.
Okay, well you can
We
So
in
the
do that.
blanket that was given to me, where all the blankets are gone, the last blanket is a cowboy blanket. What it look like for a bed that's, what do they call it, the full size? What the little
king?
ones? Nah,
No,
no,
the twin bed.
the one before the twin. What's the name of it?
Full size.
Full size. They give me one of them medium ass blankets that's about as long as this, about as wide as this, right? But it zips up, so it's for a kid. So I just, okay, I'll take it. I go to sleep and everybody in the house is like, aha, Raiders, look at this nigga. Snap.
But
That
now,
defense
now
might-
that
hold
I
on,
know
hold on.
that that's
So
what
I'm
y'all, that's the
defending-
time
I'm
of trickery
defending-
you
Now,
cowboy
all
fans
right,
is
now, hold
gonna
on.
bring my
Trying
own
to
lady
say
dear, because
That defense,
that's what y'all on.
hold on, my turn. That defense might work, but the only flaw in this shit is he had it the next night.
Yeah.
He grabbed it.
Guess why?
Other blankets around, he
There was
snuggled
no
up tight.
more
In
blankets.
his cowboy heavens. Yeah,
You
stop
hear what I
lying.
just said?
He lying.
TJ had the big
He
blanket.
lying. He
Bullshit.
TJ came in later
Bullshit.
because
You know who covered you up?
he
You
had
know who
went to the
covered you
store
up,
and came
TJ?
back.
Guess who covered you up?
Raven.
Raven walked up and took the last blanket before the cowboy. She went in there
And
in
she
the closet
folded it.
and folded it and put it over you.
Okay, well since I'm
Then
the
when
judge,
I
I
got
think
a
we're gonna
blanket,
throw
it was
this
the same
case out. I
cowboy
think he
blanket.
was
You're a
set
Raider
up.
fan.
He was
You're
set
a
up.
Raider
He
fan.
was
I
set up.
So I
He was
plead-
set
I
up.
But I'm gonna
plead
say this
Set
though,
up.
sis.
I plead the
I
fifth.
wore my jacket because it was
Now,
cold.
see,
I wore my jacket in Dallas.
proudly.
You know,
He did
everywhere.
that.
Proudly.
Every day he had a Raider.
Damn
And the
right.
reason they did because when Ted was out here, they thought he was a Raider fan
Hell yeah.
because he was surrounded by Raiders.
All Raiders. Yeah, come on.
So I'm gonna say that I was in Dallas and I wore that jacket every day. I was there.
I plead the fifth on right here. You'll go to prison for
I
false
see
charges.
what
on
I'm gonna
this
have
side.
to do for you Dallas people. I'm gonna have to
Right.
come with my Raider gear. I can't let y'all trick me like that and have me on camera. I can't allow them to do it.
Your boy over here came and joined us for a minute.
You know,
He was,
and
he
then
was, he was
and then my
undercover-
brother
he was
from another
undercover
mother
cowboy.
would take photos. Let them
My
take
brother said it.
photos. Nah,
Yeah, he's a cowboy.
see, I can't allow that to happen. Raider Nation can't allow this type of thing
I
to
ain't
go
worried
on.
about this cat.
Okay,
Ghetto court adjourned.
Oh, hey,
what else going on?
I was going to ask
Any
you
more
about
sports?
boxing. That's what I was about to ask you.
Oh yeah, you already know, man.
Big fights today with both the brothers.
Yeah, Charlo brothers.
Charlos.
Matter of fact,
They're on at 5 o'clock.
they're on at 5 o'clock.
It's on now.
It's on right
Who
now.
they boxing? Who they
They
fight?
got some. They fight some good fighters
Yeah,
today
some
too.
pretty good fighters. We got a early fight. I mean, a late fighter step in because more test was dirty. So we got
What?
last.
Dirty.
Yeah, man. So
What kind of dirty tests? Steroids, weed.
steroids.
Enhancing drugs.
Yeah, it was steroids. It was definitely steroids. That's
Oh, okay.
That's crazy.
Damn, fuck this money
but
up.
anyway, it's gonna be. I mean, shit. It's gonna be some hella fights. You know what I'm saying?
Who else coming up? Like, in the
Oh
near
man, Javante Davis is fighting.
future?
Abner Morris in February.
When Earl Spencer getting it in?
March 16th.
March
He's
16th.
fighting Danny.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
said it was
Danny
gonna be
Garcia.
about March too.
No.
Who he fighting?
No. He fighting Mikey Garcia.
Yeah, Mikey
Mikey
Garcia.
Garcia.
Right, right.
Mikey Garcia.
Yeah.
He's fighting
Yeah.
Mikey Garcia.
Keith Thurman, he's fighting Josecente Lopez.
He got to get back on his on his.
Everybody's fighting.
Fight.
Everybody's fighting. Everybody's fighting.
It seems like
Yeah,
the
but he
fight
got-
card gonna be full between
Yeah, because
February
all
to
these fights
April.
that
It's gonna
everybody
be
having
full.
now means that whoever wins all these fights,
Yeah.
fight each other.
Yeah.
Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
it's gonna,
picking 'em
everybody's
out.
fight card is gonna be full.
Everybody's trying to unify each weight division. Earl Spence wants to welterweight. He wants to be the king of welterweight. So does Mikey. So does
Yeah.
4 other Keith Thurman. So you know
Who
what I
got
mean.
the WBC belt?
Earl Spence got the WBC.
No.
Yes, he do.
Sean Porter just won.
Oh yeah, Sean Porter.
He just
And
got-
that was
that's-
suspect. That was a good fight,
That was very
but it was suspect.
Who he fight?
You was here
Yeah, he was.
when Sean Porter
He
fought.
fought
bro.
Danny Garcia.
Yeah, he fought Danny Garcia.
Yeah.
He beat Danny. It was.
Yeah, he did good.
It was
I mean,
topsy.
I think,
for
the belt just
for a quick
should have been
second.
on the shelf still.
Yeah, I think that should have been a draw fight. If
So
anything.
Earl about to go take that belt.
Earl gonna get that belt.
Mhm.
But see, everybody, you got to remember, Terrence Crawford is in that division. Now.
Mhm.
Yeah, that hurts, right? Yeah, so
It's only gonna be either one of them.
Yeah.
Gonna hurt for
Either
Crawford.
either. There's
I'm
no
rolling
way.
with Earl.
hey man,
Me
one
too.
thing-
Rolling with
The only
Earl.
thing
But-
is, Earl Spence drinks, man.
He what?
He drinks a lot.
Hmm.
That's
As long as he
the
don't drink before he go on the
only-
ring.
Yeah, but I feel you on
This
that.
nigga is so
But
motherfucking
the
burnt
liquor
out.
takes its toll
Hey.
on your body.
Right.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather never touched liquor, never.
Never,
Yeah.
never drank.
He barely took a punch too. He was a bobbing, weaving, good boxer.
He had the
Because he
energy to
could.
do it because he
Right.
wasn't
Show.
drinking.
He could roll that
Party
shoulder on
will
you,
do
nigga.
you in.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? One thing about it, Earl, if you drinking, man, you're a champion, man.
Yeah,
Put the
it's
bottle
crazy, bro.
Fame
Like
is a hell of a
man.
drug.
you can't put all that time in to ruin what you built.
But what I'm
Right.
saying is, right now it looked like he got it under
Oh,
control. Because I
right,
mean,
yeah,
shit.
Yeah, by far, because I didn't even know that he drank.
I was going to
know
say
right
the
now.
same thing. What you
Yeah, but-
what you mean he
Yeah,
drank?
yeah.
TJ knows.
Arrowhead, shit, vitamin water.
I don't know.
Like,
Ah,
damn,
they said vitamin water,
I'm just saying.
50-cent water.
Yeah, when you build
He
up
whooping
something
niggas'
like that,
ass out
Yeah.
there,
whooping
man.
niggas'
Yeah.
asses, and not
Have you lost the fight?
no
Never.
How many you won?
But
all of them.
20 and 19 knockouts, I think.
Ooh,
20 and 18 knockouts.
he heavy-handed.
Yeah.
He heavy-handed.
20 and 18.
And by the way, shout out to my dad. He came. He would work out and train at my dad's
At the
gym.
gym
yeah.
in Dallas. They
Yeah,
dad,
true.
I seen they dad. This is true stories. He had to be 60 plus. Youngster come in there, running his mouth. Pops give it to him. Boom, 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 boom. They training. He training with him. You know, it's all in fun. But I ain't never seen an old man move that fast.
He got hands.
Made the youngster bag up and say, you know, shit.
Hold up, yeah, he got hands, bro.
Yeah, pretty much.
That is the for God's given truth. That's why we all can fight. I tell a
yeah,
nigga in a
excellent-
heartbeat.
excellent
You run up
training.
on me, you gonna leave leaking. These bones
But you
cut.
put that gym up.
You feel me?
Yeah,
I'm gonna leave you lumped up.
Me and Tim put that gym
You
together.
gonna know you've been in a fight. I ain't bullshitting. Like, come on, man.
You put that gym together.
And my timing
yeah.
always
You
be
know what I'm saying?
perfect. So
He
find the
called,
way you want it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
yeah, if that running y'all family, all you niggas can squad. And your
Mhm.
grandson, he cold with it too. He been training. Lil Maj, shout out to
Shout
Maj.
out to
Oh,
Maj.
yeah,
My
Maj,
baby's
for
a
real.
Maj. My baby's a Maj.
Yeah,
real.
nigga, daddy can fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
But Lil
yeah,
Maj got some cold hands, man. I was watching this little training tape. You know,
Mhm.
yeah,
I said, man, you get that shit honest, bro.
yeah. It's
Your
natural.
your
But I got
great-granddaddy had
TJ
hands.
showed me the footage yesterday when we was in the car of my dad training Samaj.
Right.
That was cold. That's classic.
You know what I mean?
Classic.
So
That's
yeah,
classic.
shout out to my pops. We know you ain't in the best of health,
Right.
but shout out to you because that's one thing you kept us on was y'all got to learn how to fight.
Right.
And that was in us. So it is
So
what it
after
is.
boxing, what's going on in the news?
Oh,
Man,
it's
what's
so
so
much
much shit going on.
Hey,
Dumb
shout out to
shit.
California for naming Barack Obama Freeway.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
What was it?
Now, see, hold up,
Yeah.
that's fucked up. I say,
Right,
what's
why-
going on in the news? And our light skinned brother
Hey,
was
right.
shouting out before the dark skinned
Yeah,
brother.
but I didn't think of that one.
Yeah, that's
So
what I'm
much
saying.
bullshit
man.
going on. Right.
Yeah,
He
but
called
it
out.
happened.
Right on, old school.
Right.
Yeah.
Shout out to old school.
Shout out to old
Shit.
Yeah,
school.
they
He
did
called it
that.
real
Yeah.
They
quick.
did that.
But I hate that he get the credit because I told his ass.
Yeah, that's what's funny about it. You told us all. That's why I'm laughing. Like,
No,
you know,
it was
he
all
got
over
it
the
out
news.
before
Keep it
everybody.
100. I got the concept.
It was all
Right.
over the news.
Shout out to him
I'm
for
actually
bringing it
because
up.
I was
Right.
just
100.
going through our
100.
shout out
No.
on Facebook and it popped up.
But
right
no,
when-
shout
Yeah.
out because
Right when
you
Yeah.
said
It was
So-
something else. Old school. The government being shut down.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
That's
so-
no, it's a
partial
partial.
shutdown of the government, so that means people ain't gonna get their checks.
Nope, they're not.
And
And
I
it's
got
gonna
my
be-
check.
just over the, Trump and his
I
fucking
did.
border wall
I'm
and
about to, he said, no, I
his
didn't.
border wall and him throwing a temper tantrum, that
Hey,
they're not getting their money.
It's a
you
little
know,
bit
for the
deeper
border.
than that.
But I'm gonna tell you what's
it's a
so
little bit
crazy.
deeper than
No,
that.
we
real
know
quick.
that is deeper. I was saying to kind of.
What's crazy though? Remember when we drove through the border? They were shut down.
Yeah, the border.
The border patrol.
Yeah, the border patrol.
Especially
when we went through El
you said
Paso.
it. You
It's
said
like,
it.
look
You
at
said
Nigga,
it.
when I was looking in El Paso, I seen them borders motherfuckers driving
No,
through.
I'm talking about when
The
we went up
checkpoint.
the checkpoint.
No.
Oh yeah,
Checkpoint.
yeah,
Checkpoint.
No,
Shit.
they're not in the
Oh,
booth.
I seen the border
That's what
move
I'm getting
around.
ready
I
to
seen
tell
white-
you.
No,
That's
they
what I'm
on
getting
the
ready to-
perimeter of the gate.
No,
but I'm saying
that's
they,
what I'm getting ready to
shit.
tell you.
I seen them going through the mountains. Me and old school.
I know, but
Yeah,
that's what
they're
I'm getting. But
around.
I know, but that's what I'm getting ready to tell you because as a government worker, when they do that type of shit, see, that's federal. At the federal level, it's quite different than it is at the state level.
Right.
When they do a partial shutdown, they'll have border patrol shutdown, but it'll shut down like this. Okay, we're not gonna have no patrolling in the booth. But what we are gonna do, if you want to
It's
stay
still-
working, you got to go to the perimeter. But even when you working,
still
now
patrol
this
the
is
perimeter.
even when they're working, and this is on up to the Secret Service. These are the process affected. They still have to come to work
Yes.
without no pay. They
Yeah.
have to come
You
to
can't-
work.
you can't
Well,
shut down the
nobody
central.
in that booth.
It's
Was
just-
it?
No,
it's just you can't
because
shut
they
down
had to
the
go
central
home.
stuff.
That's what I'm telling you.
That
They
shit
had to
look
go
like the
home.
zombies been through that motherfucker.
Right.
That's what
I'll
I'm trying to tell you.
I'll tell you like this.
Apocalypto.
I'll tell you like this.
Apocalypse.
I'm
is
just saying,
fucked
if
up.
you playing a different sport and you see a loophole in the game, yeah, I mean, you're gonna kind of run wild with it. You know what I mean? I could have swore 18 wheelers was like, boom, boom.
And they were doing some new shit.
It's because
I always
people-
want to push this button. I don't know.
Shit,
Oh,
but
People
nobody
started to
with
go-
nobody at that
people
are
are
starting-
starting.
border.
I'm sorry. People had started to go
Damn.
fund me, and they were raising $2 million in like a half a day for the border wall. So there's some crack ass crackers that don't want no Mexicans, over here and stuff like that. But go ahead and pay $15 for lettuce.
Right.
Go ahead and pay.
Right.
Get your strawberries. See when you go, pay $35 for strawberries.
Let's
Yeah.
get.
Why would you pay $35?
Because there ain't nobody to pick the motherfuckers.
That's
Get a
fucked
cracker
up.
out there to pick
No,
a
and that's
strawberry.
true.
Hey, that's what's fucked up though. Is that
And that's true because
that's what's fucked
Yeah,
up.
see
They
what
take
happens.
they take advantage of where they'll go. Okay, well, we'll get the immigrants. We'll get the immigrants to come in
Right.
and
Well,
work
that's
the
the idea.
strawberry fields, right, and pay them 75 cents, $1 a crate. So it's
Mexicans ain't
Each
that
crate
slow no
costs
more,
that.
man. They
Bro,
got their
that's what
own
they
strawberry
doing. Listen to what I'm
fields and
saying.
selling the
Shit,
fruit.
they got
that's not how it's
companies
going
Right,
now.
well,
That's not how it's
yeah.
going now.
I'm talking about the ones who come here
No.
and get their first
That's
job.
what I'm saying.
Their
That's
Like,
how
jobs
it's
don't
done
matter
now.
what they
Yeah.
do.
Go into a
Get your ass
store.
over
They're
here.
unionized.
They hustle.
Yeah, man. I need
No,
you to
it's
chime
not
in
like
with
that
me
now.
on this one,
Hold
man.
up.
No,
Hold up,
it's
hold
not
up.
like that no more.
Listen to what I'm
They're
trying to say.
unionized now.
But y'all not listening. So
I just
what I'm
share,
trying
Mike.
to say is that
I share with Lisa.
they hustle is so strong to where when they come here, they will work the strawberry fields. The new ones come here, they're gonna work to do whatever. Nigga, you find them selling flowers on the corner and ain't no holiday.
But I'm
It ain't
saying
no
now
reason just to
they work
buy
for
flowers,
their
but they
own.
be there with
I'm
flowers.
saying now they work for
They
their
hustle
own.
is that good.
There's
No.
a good
I feel
documentary
that.
called,
I'm not doubting
A
that.
Day Without a Mexican.
They're not.
It
I'm
is
telling
good.
you
You
how
get what I'm
what's
saying?
going
And
and they show the docudrama shows A Day Without Mexicans
Perfect.
and see what happens.
Nah,
when you
I'm gonna
don't
tell you
have
what it
that
is.
work
Chiming in.
that type of
Nah.
worker here.
I'm telling
Everything
you.
was shut down.
No, let me tell you
That
what
is
this
not
really is, and this is what y'all need to understand because
Got it.
SEIU, our union, have unionized them field workers.
Right.
No, they are unionized now, so they no more this 75 cents a crate shit. They basically have a base pay that they get paid.
They ain't working for no white man no more, man.
Yes, they are,
working for
but
some more
they under
Mexicans.
a union. They are
working
under. They
for
are
some more
under
Hi-
a
They
union
working
now.
for some more.
They
They
working
working for some more Hispanics.
That's how it is
man.
now.
Man, come
That's
on,
why I'm
Tommy,
telling you,
please.
it's quite different. It's quite different
Hey, I
now.
I know you
Every
got
week,
it. I know
every
you
week.
got it.
I want to
Why
everybody
you
know
doing
Yeah,
that?
every
sorry
week.
about that, y'all. Our
Yeah,
newest
yeah.
edition.
Yeah, every week he's gonna come in.
Every week he's gonna
Yeah.
always come in. He's gonna be pointing
doing
up.
this thing.
Yeah, making certain points on certain things. He's
Right.
also a team player with us to help us start getting numbers moving and help
Get
us
some
making
money.
sure that our hard work is
Right.
gonna be appreciated. So
And I'm here with the family.
always,
Right.
Okay.
always,
Always.
there it is. There it is.
Family.
That's first. That's first.
And the queen.
Right.
Hey man, you know what? I hate to do this, but we got so many shout outs.
Yeah, do that.
Oh,
Read,
man.
read some
right
of them.
now,
Read some of
man.
them, man. We gotta give shout
Give
outs,
them up,
bro.
Hey man, look, I'm gonna have to put on these glasses.
Yeah, because you know you can't see my brother.
You know what
Oh
I'm
man, that made me think of something funny.
Oh, shout out to my homeboy over 20 years. Squeak,
Read
he
'em.
in the house, man.
Read 'em.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Shout out to the homie
We
Squeak.
forgot
In the
to
house.
Shout out to the homie Squeak in the
Yeah,
background.
come on,
My
y'all
homeboy,
did that.
we love
Y'all read
my
all these
brother.
people right here?
You know what it is,
You all see all these people right there? We got
right?
a whole lot. Come on, let's go. We need some shout
I
outs.
can't see none of that. You know, I'm the
Y'all can't
blindest
see this?
motherfucker in the room.
Let me see, nigga. Let me open this up.
Sis, go on and give it up.
I can't see it.
What? Knock. There we go.
I
I
can't
can
see
see
that.
now.
Oh, Mike
About to
Weaver.
say.
Okay, well, hello, hey, Mike. Mike
Let's-
done
let's
joined
give
us. We
all
got
these,
everybody.
Shout out to
Man.
Mike. Put that down, bro.
I know. I was trying to get
Shout out to Mike Weaver. Who else? Who else we got up there?
Mark Anthony, love
Mark
you too.
Anthony.
Chris B. Austin. Shout out
Tab
to you.
Boy, Scooby joined. We got a whole bunch of people in the building today. Dang.
Yeah, that's
Mark
right.
Anthony, shout out
Chris
to you.
B.
Sandra
Austin.
Anderson,
Who?
shout out to you.
Chris B. Austin.
Chris B. Austin.
Cleveland
Shout out.
Lockhart.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Sandra Anderson.
Sandra Anderson.
yeah, we got a
I'm
lot.
sitting
I
up here
said all of
repeating names.
those.
I can't
Hey,
see none of them.
Marisol.
Oh, Marisol, we
Oh,
love you,
That's
baby.
our
Marisol,
sister.
You know that. That's family.
Sean Pleasant,
Sean Pleasant,
Hello,
shout out.
hello.
Little Mama, we see you.
Lil
OG
Meezy
Lil Mama.
Lil Meezy in the building.
Yep.
in the
Streets, we
building.
see you.
AJ.
AJ,
YO.
what it do? York, New
What it
York.
do, YO?
YO. YO.
Michael
YO.
Dane, Suave Churchill.
Oh, what's
Oh,
up,
we
Suave?
got everybody.
Suave.
I'm proud of
Look.
Suave, man.
Ray Rock, how
Real
you
talk.
doing? What's
Real
up with
talk.
your weed, Sam Hill?
We. Who's all
Weed,
of
that's
these?
fam right
Little Mama
there.
That's
said
Ray
rest
Rock,
in
that's
peace to
a-
Gary Hall
My
today.
cousin Monk,
Okay,
Antonio
recipe.
Taylor.
Lil Mama say rest in peace to Gary Hall.
Rest in
So
peace
we
to
wanna-
Gary Hall today. So
Who's Gary Hall?
I don't. It's whoever. It's her friend. So
Oh,
she's a
okay. I
friend
don't
of
know. I
ours.
don't know if it was like an
Yeah.
actor or something.
Okay.
Like shit, I don't know.
And we might do know him. Lil Mama.
Yeah,
but
because
we're
I know
going
that
either
died
way,
was
go
Penny
rest in
Marshall.
peace.
Penny Marshall. She died on
Yeah.
our first
Oh,
day. We
yeah.
left.
Yeah.
Shout out
Man,
to
that broke your heart, man.
Yeah,
That's
man,
my
we was
girl.
on the road
That's
when we
my
caught
girl.
that
That
little
broke
your
yeah,
heart.
man.
You said
That's
Meals
my
and
girl.
miles.
You said
Yeah.
Penny Marshall died.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Penny Marshall
her
died,
niggas
man. I
sweet.
love Laverne. and Shirley.
That was my
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
Laverne
Yeah.
Fazio.
What else we got going?
Burn the
We
Fazio.
got
Man,
we got
so
Jewel
much.
Smythe. We got
Jewel
everybody.
Smith. You remember Jewel?
Jason Orr.
Jason
Jason,
Orr. Oh,
you know who that is?
that's TT.
That's TT baby daddy.
Oh,
That's
shout out
her
to
husband.
everybody.
That's her husband.
That's her husband.
That's right. What's
He got
up,
a
Jay?
baby by
What
my,
it do?
Hey.
by my niece.
Shout out,
That's
homie.
crazy.
Hey,
Oh,
bring
yeah, I ain't
some
never
of that
met.
music on the air, man. Send me something.
Oh, so many of y'all. We want to give a shout out to everybody.
Yeah.
We got to
Yeah.
scroll it.
Yeah,
This
'cause
is
I can't
a-
see it.
Man, that's a lot of
I
love in the house.
Tyrone Richardson. Hey, that's my boy. We got
Is that the
Long history together.
photographer
Jamal?
Yeah,
Tyrone? Shout
yeah.
out to little Tyrone, man.
TV handling
TV
business,
handling
man.
business. for
I called
sure.
him at the last minute for the Snoop video. shoot. He
Hey,
showed
old
up.
school.
Also, we in there. Daryl Harris, shout out, bro. Come on, man.
Yeah,
Jamal
supporter.
Davis,
Baker
that's nephew.
Khan out there in Vegas.
Felton.
Man,
Mark Anthony.
it is a lot of
Carmen
love on
Williams,
the page today, so we just
Valentine,
want
we
to
got
say,
everybody
man,
on here.
Hold
Mark
on.
everyone
Anthony
we
said
miss.
Free Slim the Mobster.
Hey, but
No
let me tell
doubt,
you,
Free Slim.
definitely do that. Come on,
From
man.
Little
Slim.
Slim.
That's a no-brainer. Lil Slim.
Little Slim.
He on?
He said, Mark Anthony said, love you and Pops, Uncle Choc from Little Slim, Free Slim the
Oh,
Mobster.
there it is.
All right, there it is. What
There
up,
it
Little
is.
Slim?
All right,
So
there we go.
we want to try to say shout outs to everybody because people be feeling like they get left out.
So
And I feel like they all important.
you see what we
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
did?
you guys
just
are
gonna
very
give all the
important.
names.
You see what we just
y'all,
did, right?
Y'all family to all
Right.
of us. You know,
Right,
we,
right.
You know, we
right.
appreciate the love.
Yep.
Definitely appreciate
For
the
sure.
love. But getting
Yeah.
back to that border,
Yeah.
getting back to that border, Kim's about to give us his take.
No, I don't even know really what to say about that border because
Yeah. My bad, homie.
they've
I've
been
bored.
digging caves.
Right,
Like they've
right.
been coming
Yeah,
underground for so
niggas-
long.
yeah.
So that's why I think like they so I don't know, they might be tripping about that. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know what to say about how they dealing with this.
I'm high in the motherfucker.
All
this
We was
stuff
talking
was
about
theirs
the
in the
we was
first
talking
place.
about
It's
the
not even
strawberry
that I'm
patches.
high though. It's
Oh.
just
No, I said I'm high. We
I
was
know,
talking about
I
the
know.
strawberry patches.
About when immigrants
That's what
come
I
in,
meant to
how
ask
they-
you about the strawberry
they-
patches.
the
Or
whole
who
point
owning them now and running the show.
Right. But the whole point that I was making about that whole subject was that if them motherfuckers would pay the rates of what it's supposed to be,
Right.
you would catch black people, Mexicans, whites, all of them out there getting motherfucking strawberries.
But when we say the rate, that's what we fucking up at.
Pay rate.
Messing up at, I'm sorry. Because what it is that the pay rate to go out there and do that is not going to amount to what you got to be taking care of at home with rent.
Right.
Take care
But
of
the
your
point,
kids.
what I'm saying is that that's
Yeah,
the point of
it
what I'm
got
trying to
to.
say.
Huh.
should.
Okay, now
living wage.
listen though. Listen, you guys. When
It's-
we
it's
say
labor.
that, let me say one quick. When we say that and you do that, when that stuff hit to the market, it go right back to what somebody was saying. Him over there when he was saying, Old School was saying that the rates is gonna be so high, you're gonna still be paying a whole lot of money for that strawberry at
You
Stable
paying it
Brothers.
Oh,
anyway.
right.
You gonna
You
pay
right.
it anyway.
You ain't gonna
You
be able
Good
to
answer.
you ain't
Good
gonna be able
answer.
to
pay it
get
Good
that.
answer. Good answer.
You gonna pay it anyway
Good
because
answer.
their
That's
rate,
good.
what
That
they
was a
get
perfect
paid
answer,
to
bro.
pick
Yeah.
those is $150 a day, and they work 12-hour shifts.
Uh,
Now I'm just telling you how I go, and I didn't know
They
that
get how
until
much a day?
they get 150 a day.
But listen
The
though,
12
this is what
hours.
this is what we
Now
all
see, I didn't know that
Damn.
until our union went in and started representing them last year. Actually, 2016. That's how I found out really the ins and outs. I'm gonna tell y'all, when I keep saying to a lot of these migrations, be careful about where you're migrating to, because you're being duped and tricked in the first place, because this ain't nothing but global slavery.
no, they get over.
Man.
They not getting over it.
Yeah,
When they
do.
break
They
it
get
down.
over it.
That's
When they
the whole
breaking
point
it
of what I'm
down,
trying to say. They get
They get
over.
over.
It ain't no
They
way.
get over.
There's no way.
Sis, there's one thing. When you talk about above in California, the agricultural part of California, we're dealing with major droughts in California. So that cost of bringing in water, that cost of bringing in cheap labor, these big companies, these people are very mad up there because they're not getting these tax breaks that they were promised by these fucking Trump people. They're not getting that because they're having to offset that cost of bringing water in, and with migration being zero now because people aren't coming in. These major companies, that's what perpetuates all this immigration. Is these big companies want that cheap labor? They want
exactly.
That's the whole point of
So
what I'm
stop
trying.
being- stop
The
being
whole
cheap.
point of what I'm
Stop
saying is
being
that
cheap.
these big business counteract what they're actually voting for. They want to give their money to Republicans who want the wall, but they want the cheap labor, and that totally cancels out what they what their interests are.
Now I can tap in. That's why they're gonna get Trump ass up out of here.
Oh, the wolves are at the door.
No, because Trump trying to tell motherfuckers that right now, but they ain't gonna listen.
Tell them what? Say that again.
They trying. That's why they gonna, because he trying to do that now. He like, look, we want them all up out of here because we're gonna make everything happen right here. So they what they do is they overlook the big picture and they take the small picture where everybody's pretty much at small-minded,
Mm-hmm.
and they gonna cancel him out. But he already telling you that if he's saying like, look, spend $5 billion to put this wall up, I'll send the military down there to do this, that, and other. He trying to keep them out, but we got so many of them already here. We got Americans that's citizens fighting to keep immigrants in the country.
Right.
You know,
And they ain't
They
got
want
a
to get
damn
rid of
job.
anchor babies when all his children are anchor babies.
But you got
what's
like
crazy?
how many homeless people already living out here? They living like they already like we
Come
way
on,
off.
man.
We
But,
way off
bro,
balance to be worried about
Anybody else
country.
but
But
ourselves.
trip this
That's
shit.
what
Hold
I'm
on a
trying to
second.
say.
Have y'all ever thought about this?
It's time to
Have
exile
y'all ever thought about this?
everybody
Have y'all ever thought
until we get our shit
we've been
together.
as
That's what I'm
and
saying.
hold on, as black we've been took from our land, but we ain't nowhere near it, right? Could you imagine the people we was talking about from the fence,
Mhm.
knowing their history, knowing that some people came around here, kind of bullied him, drew a line in the dirt, and
I
said,
said, y'all can't come over here.
You can't come
It's
over here no
ours.
more. This my shit
It's
now.
our shit. Y'all
You
stay
know what I'm
over
saying?
there.
Could you
That's
imagine
the
that
shit.
thought? And now you gaining back, you gaining your momentum back with your people, and you gaining the power. Of course, you're gonna push your line
You're
on
gonna
it
push that
because
issue.
you know the truth is this my shit.
Right.
You took it.
12.
Yeah, what the
These
fuck
are
Let's
is
just
the
be real
Mexican
about it. Let's just
American
be
War-
real
the
about it.
Mexican
It have to be
American
hard
War.
for a motherfucker to be right there and see the motherfucker who took it from him.
Took it
Right.
You
directly
see what I'm
from-
Let me tell
saying?
y'all
We didn't
something.
we don't have that because we
And-
way over here.
and,
But I mean, just really.
And then
Yeah,
they
but
looking
let
at
me
it. They looking at it.
No, but
I'm
see,
telling you.
it's
Stolen
deep.
land anyway.
Yes, it
Nah,
is.
all
Yes, it
stolen
is.
land
Yes, it is.
anyway.
Yeah,
And
That's
this
what I'm
is why
talking
I'm,
about.
this is
That's
what
my
I'm saying.
point.
I'm gonna say
it's
this.
definitely
Yeah.
that,
And
bro.
this is what you need to understand because my tribe was smack dab in the middle of the Mexican American War. That's people don't know. That's number one. When they came over there and they tried to make tribes, see, that's why you have what the hell a lot of these what they call mission Indians.
Okay,
My tribe is not a mission Indian.
but what they try to do, sis?
Yeah.
What are they trying to do?
They're trying to. This is what's going to happen. This is what Trump and you have to look at his supporters. I don't even listen to too much of what he say. I look at what his supporters is talking about
Right.
and the people that back him.
Right.
They're trying to isolate the United States from the rest of the world. This is what he is trying to do.
You said isolate.
Yes.
Nationalism.
Yes.
Yeah, but you can't. You can't.
You
do
That
that.
ain't gonna
Shit,
work
he
out for
already
him.
doing
Yeah,
it.
that-
Let me
He
yeah,
tell
already
you,
He
doing
can
it.
try. It ain't gonna
He
work out
already
for him.
doing
There's too
it.
much
Let me
other
say
shit going
something though
on.
right there
He
too,
already
though.
doing it.
What's wrong right there is though when you live in the United States of America and you already worked your whole life and you still don't see nothing coming and you see somebody flying off the plane, jumping off the plane,
Mm-hmm.
open a shop, not a shop, you talking about Shell gas station,
Right.
Mobil, Chevron,
Multi-billion dollar,
AMPM.
multi-billion dollar oil.
The-
they
company.
opening
corner
up
stores, right.
76.
Oh, the liquor stores, yeah.
Everything we probably had a portion of something apart. They do it like that. It's
Right.
damn near like they got an instant connection on gas and
do.
oil.
They
Yeah,
do.
but you know what the cold thing about it is that ain't the Latinos getting that though. Them Hispanics
No, they
coming
take
from
the street
Mexico.
over with goddamn vending.
Yeah, but I mean, shit. They don't-
Vending this, that,
That's
that,
just
this,
because
that, the
that's just
other.
because
The only thing I'm saying is I can't be mad at them for wanting opportunity when this
No.
whole place is flooded outside of the native brothers and the Califians. Everybody else is visitors.
I trade
You
20
feel what I'm
y'all
saying?
For some of you
Everybody else
motherfuckers
is
out there.
visitors. Let's
I
just be
would.
real, including the Anglo-Saxons.
I would.
Everybody is
I
visitors.
trade
That's what I
100
keep
of
saying.
you coming
I
over
came
with
down
their
to a
babies
real
to a
realization
desert.
along, like not too long ago, but when I was really doing my thing, and I was doing it, it's like I really had like, you know, Hispanic people that was from Mexico with keys to my backyard, keys to my, you know, keys to my shit, like even maids from Mexico who had keys to my home, things like that. It is a certain trust with them that I wouldn't give
Yeah.
you the keys to my yard, keys to my home,
Right.
keys to my house. Do none of that with. So that's
Right.
very true.
Right.
It do come to it's a thin line when you really say
Yeah.
it like that. Because
Right.
I'll be honest with you, I really live my life like that. Like
Right.
a lot of people never knew where I lived at, none of that. But
I understand.
it was Mexican people from Mexico who really knew where
Yeah.
I lived at. But because I've been affiliated with Mexicans for a certain amount of time throughout my life, I know there is a certain bond and trust with them. They ain't all. Come on,
Right.
I ain't gonna put it like that.
Right.
You know,
Right.
I don't be.
Black
When it come to Mexico, I ain't, you know,
You
that's
deal
cool.
with
But
individuals
Mexico
on
don't
their own
own
Yeah, but see, I dealt
AMPM.
with
Mexico
that.
don't own all everything like
No,
that.
they don't.
When you go into a liquor store now, you see
It'd be the
somebody in there
Asians.
and they from Egypt or this, that, and
Yeah.
other owners. Like that's a total different. Like Mexicans don't own that. Mexicans are still just like us, pretty much.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
No doubt.
I mean, from Mexico.
Right.
But see, this is
I
the
don't
thing.
really want
this,
them
this is
gone
the thing.
nowhere.
This is the difference that people need to understand. There is really no border crisis with them. Not no
Nah.
5 billion trying to bust up in there. That's not really the truth. A lot of them don't want to come over here. They have it good at home. They know, and this is why I say, and this is what I want to say
a
to
lot of them don't want to come over here.
Yes, a lot of them don't. A lot of them don't.
They do.
You got to, a lot of do and a lot don't.
They do.
But I'm gonna tell you why they
You know
don't want.
what?
I'm gonna tell you why they don't. Because a lot of them know if they leave there, they don't want to
Look.
leave that land. They don't want. They have
They
a
don't-
lot.
but
of
They don't
shit.
have nothing.
But they don't
A lot of them
listen.
do.
They don't own
No, in
Yeah, a lot of them
Mexico,
do.
the government owns the land.
Everything.
Only thing
Yeah.
you can do is build on
It's
the
the
land. The
corruption
government
that
owns the
goes
land.
on.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
how, like
But you
look,
see,
Prophet,
I've
like how
driven
we hold up,
deep down.
sis. Let me tell you, how we come here and TJ got his house. I want a house, and it's new face.
What's up,
They
Ebony?
still got dirt, and you pick your lot. You get what I'm saying? When you pick your lot,
Just came
and
on.
you buy your house, you getting the square feet of your property,
Love you.
including the house. You getting all of that, right?
Right.
And you own it. That's
No, you
your
don't.
shit.
Right.
No, you
In
don't.
Mexico, yes, you do. When you
You
purchase,
don't own the minerals on the land no more.
There you
no, with the
go.
minerals, but I
The
mean
shit
that's
important.
well, the minerals.
Thank you.
I mean, you ain't.
In other words, when
The
government
government-
government
ain't no
realized
oil around this motherfucker. You ain't got
All
no
the
mineral
government
rights.
owns the
For
land.
what? What
All
you have mineral
Mexico,
rights
they
for?
own the. They
But see,
own
this
the
is
land.
what I'm trying to tell you. Until you get down
State.
into the Chiapa Indian territory, it's quite
Hey,
different.
but but listen,
Listen,
y'all. This was so
Quite
crazy.
If- if-
different.
Y'all
I-
act
all
like
I was
y'all
gonna
act
say-
like it's a big old difference
I
in the
wasn't gonna
United
go
States
to
of
no
America.
I was just gonna
It's
say,
not. That's
When
the
you
point.
when you
It's
gotta
buy a
be
house here,
important.
they
That's
still
what
own the
they
damn
Thank
They
land.
you.
just don't know what.
You don't own your
Pay
house here.
property taxes.
They still
When you
own the damn
purchase your
land.
house.
That's a whole nother. Why
When
you
you
got to pay
purchase- let me
property
tell you,
tax?
Property tax. You know how much our
Because you pay.
we got 83 acres in Minden.
Well, give this in
Give them,
Yeah.
but
Okay,
Louisiana.
how much we pay a year on it?
how much?
$20 a year
Oh, see.
for the property
And
taxes.
you can only
Yeah.
pay it every year.
$20
They
a
won't
year.
let
Guess
you,
what?
You know, pay like
we
10
own
years.
all our mineral rights.
They're like,
We got all our
1
mineral
year.
rights, and we knew for a fact that a company came in and dug into.
It gonna pay for that. See, but that's
Well,
what
I
I'm
got
talking
all-
about. The difference in like that was a
We got a
different
little oil.
time. That was purchased through a different generation.
That's
You
what
see
I'm
what I'm
saying.
saying?
Give it to my great grandmother.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You
My
know.
grandmother
But I'm
gave it to
telling a
my-
lot of you,
Come on,
a lot of
listen
you
to my
need to
grandmother and
understand
all her
something.
kids.
Not only do they own
That's
property
right.
down there in Mexico that they have not let go, and the Mexicans that come here illegally and own property here too, you need to understand there is a difference.
How
So
they
what-
illegally own property? How
Here,
you do
when
that?
they're not legal citizens, let me tell you, they give them
But
illegal
Mexico,
social
they
security.
don't own property. They
You
don't
can buy.
have.
Yeah, you buy a
You
home
can go
down
to
there.
other countries
No,
and
you
own
can't.
property,
Yes, you
right?
can.
You
Because
can't.
can
yes, you
purchase-
can.
You can't go to
You gotta
Europe
become
and
a
buy you
citizen of
home.
some country.
You
man.
can go to Mexico, but you cannot own. Only thing you own is within the walls that you build.
Yeah, that's what it
But
is
the
here.
land is owned by the government.
Hey,
the
you
same
gotta
shit here.
check though. Listen,
You
I
don't own
think
this
in
land here.
Mexico,
If they
you
want to come
can't
in
be
there
a
and take it, they
United
can,
States
and they'll find a
citizen and go out there and
loophole
just buy
federally to do
property.
so.
Why
Boy,
find a loophole?
We'll
they'll
buy a
find
whole
a
bunch of
loophole to do
property
so
out
if they
there.
want
Look,
to take
in
it.
Mexico, it ain't gotta be no loopholes. Motherfuckers know, like when we build right here, we know for a
Yeah,
fact.
Yeah.
eminent domain.
Yeah.
Eminent domain.
The
They're
eminent
gonna take-
domain
That's why
exists
every
here.
home.
take
That's
shit.
why every
And
home.
it exists here.
Listen to me. Every home in Mexico has to have one portion of a trailer home. Did
Yeah,
y'all know that?
Huh?
yeah.
Are you
You
serious?
know how
Because my
trailer
friend's
house
father
look- trailer
owned
homes
he
look,
owned a
you go
house
to a
down
trailer
there. That's
park
why
and
I'm
you see how
telling
the-
you.
They like the
Who
aluminum
told you
type
that,
of-
bro?
Bro, I went with
He's-
Anita. I went
He's
with
right.
her
Come to the
parents.
mic, bro.
Her parents were
You know.
were brown radicals in Mexico, basically like the Black Panthers,
Yeah.
but of Mexico, right? So her father became a big political problem towards the government.
Mhm.
But then the whole city start backing they little group up. I mean, the whole, wherever they from start backing. They got bigger and bigger and bigger. So she takes me out there. They own the house that they had built right on the water. You could wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, you see the dolphins.
That's dope.
Real talk. The
Yeah,
family
that's
got
dope,
bread
huh?
now.
Just the thought of
But
dogs.
she told me, she said,
Right outside your house.
she gave me the whole exclusive about how I go down out there. She was like, oh, I was like, this one. She was like, yeah, but my family had it built, but we don't own the land. We can't own the land
Mhm.
because
You were
look,
saying the
because the
trailer was
government
in-
owns the land. You
Wow.
can build on the land, but the government owns the land. You can never, ever, ever
on the land.
Own no land in that motherfucker.
But
So
why
this
you
is what
gotta
she
have
tell
a
me,
trailer
check
on
this.
that motherfucker?
Then she who?
You said you gotta have a trailer on it. Why?
Because the government built their law up that like how like our houses is built with all the same type of standard. You know what I'm saying? Everything's
Structure,
built
yeah.
to structure.
Yeah.
There, that's letting you know that this motherfucker could come down at any time.
Oh my
It
God.
can't.
Right.
The whole property cannot be structured to the land. So they have to put a part of a trailer home of that house to show you that this
So
house.
a nigga can
Bro,
have
I'm telling you,
I
go
mean,
now. When y'all start, if you ever go, you're gonna start
so
looking.
you
at
can
the
have
house,
$1
you gonna
million
go,
home
knew that.
nigga, it's gonna have
mansion, and
park,
then you gotta
have-
embed a
That's
trailer
right.
to that motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's
Ain't
right.
that a
Yeah.
cold piece of chicken?
And they
Yes.
decorate them now.
They're
They doing
giving
it
you
now.
the
Oh, my
reality.
God.
They're giving you the
Or maybe
reality
tell
that
me
they
about
hide
somebody
from
you
you
know
over here in the
whose
United States.
parents
They
lived
just
there.
ain't put no trailer on there telling you, yeah, we
Man, I
told
seen
you that
somebody-
you put your
I
name
know
on
I
this
done
deed
seen
that you own
houses
this
in
land.
Mexico
But at
without
any given
no,
time, they can
No,
take
you
that
have
shit.
to
Ken, you
property.
know that.
They're
I'm trying to think about like in Rosarita when I went
When you
there.
buy that tract home, you own that land on that tract home.
See, then we go
Man,
through an
They
area
did the
where,
same shit
where the
here.
military was at.
They just
We
more
go through
honest
an
to
area-
live
ain't
with
nobody
it.
trying to really move to Mexico. That's the
A
problem.
lot of people
I
are.
know.
A
Too
lot
many
of
of them
people
trying to
are.
come over
They
here.
moved-
No, that's not
Right.
really true though.
Jesse
It's some
Ventura
beautiful- it's some
lives down
beautiful
there.
places.
Thank
They
you.
still
It's a
are.
beautiful
No, because I
They
have
lease-
quite a
they
few
lease the
coworkers
land
that have
from the
dual
government.
citizenship. No, I have quite a few coworkers that have dual citizenship. And she goes to the doctor down there. She owns a home down there. Her mom owns a home down there. That's not true. That's what I'm telling you. Because
She had a home built out there.
yeah,
She don't
but
own-
she
own
has
that-
dual
she own them-
citizenship, so she goes back and forth over there.
She
So
owned the
that's
house,
why I'm
not the
saying,
land.
yeah,
She own
you
the
shit,
house,
you don't
not
own
the
the
land.
land here neither. If they want to take that motherfucker,
you
they
know
gonna
what?
take it.
That's
I
real.
You
think
don't own shit here
sometimes
neither.
when you
That's real indeed.
You
when
don't
you
own
focus
shit here
on the
either.
Mexicans
Your
from
name on that
Mexico,
shit, it don't mean
I
nothing.
think they the wrong ones. They the ones they ain't really moving in. They be
No, they
cleaning
not.
up the houses in the communities and shit like that. It's them other
Mhm.
people.
They're scared of
bigger-
anybody brown that don't look like them. If you
They
see
ain't scared.
somebody, if
Who
you,
is they?
Who is that?
what you
Yeah.
call it, the
They
white
say, what you
structure
call
of the
it?
world, the white structure. No, I'm telling
Willie
you.
walking into the chocolate factory.
Yeah.
Boy, you
What you
old.
call it?
What you call it?
I'm telling you, the white structure of the world. If you see somebody who looks like you, you don't know he's your enemy. You don't know. But if you see somebody who looks different from you, you can automatically assume if somebody tells you something from the beginning, that's your enemy.
Yep, that's
Your enemy
that's what's
because
gonna
they
be every
look
time.
different from you. The person who looks exact like you, who wears the tie, who dresses just like you, got the same hairstyle, you don't know that's your enemy until they
All right.
do something to you. But you can automatically assume that somebody from a different race and doesn't look like you and is totally different. They are told. Remember, racism is taught. It is not inherently. You can have two kids that play with the same doll in the same park and everything, and they will get along perfectly until you teach them that racism and that person you don't like, racism is taught
Right.
from the beginning. And that's where it all comes from.
But see, this is what I'm trying to tell you. See, when you look at the Trump
You're racist
supporters,
though.
when you look at the Trump supporters,
Old school's a racist.
when you look at the Trump supporters, this is what they want. They want it to be, because a lot of people say they didn't watch the inauguration. I watched that inauguration because it told me a lot about them. They start playing a lot of music from the 40s and shit.
Ooh.
Well, we know what the fuck was going on in the 40s for us. Sharecropping, all that type of shit.
Niggas
Well,
wasn't slaves no more. That's what niggas
no,
was.
but you was a slave. It was Jim Crow.
You know what's
What's
crazy?
going
It
on?
was one generation
Yes.
from slavery.
Right.
You were
So
one
what they
generation.
want now, and what they
Right.
all want, they want it
That
to
was
be to
more
where
than one
white
generation.
supremacy,
Excuse me.
superiority.
Mhm.
40s, that's 1800s.
Yeah, it
Yes.
was.
Yeah.
1800s is a generation before. So
Yes.
that's-
So
Right,
this is
right.
what they wanted. They wanted to go back to those times
We
Well,
still
white
just two
folks
generations.
is
I
just
got you.
to be superior. And that means in every range.
Say that one more time.
They want to still remain superior.
Who?
White people. And
No
this
shit.
is on every level. So this is why when I told you last week, this ain't no melting pot. That's all been a complete lie.
So, but we can't blame Trump.
No, I'm
for
not
that
blaming
shit.
Trump at all
No,
because
That shit
Trump
existed.
brought that.
You know what
it
I
been
get? Let
existed.
me say this. We got caught up in the 8 years of Barack, but before him,
Yeah.
it was 43 other presidents, and they was on their shit that they was on. Exactly. So I don't understand why now we all of a sudden, Trump. This been going on. Like, what the hell? Y'all thought y'all was free?
Nixon made it real clear.
If George W. and Ronald Reagan will tell you how real shit get. You didn't learn from that experience or the Nixon experience and many others before them. Because hold on, brother. This is a different conversation. I don't mean it like that. No. But look, nothing changed for us as a people through the whole time of them motherfuckers.
It was never
so it don't matter what face they had up there. It was the same outcome.
Never designed because the politics was never
even with the brother we had up there.
It didn't make no difference because the politics was never designed for shit to change from you. If you was considered 3/5 of a goddamn man, how on earth did you think Barack Obama and anybody else is not going to change? Because the global political structure is not designed for you to win. It's either gonna be rich or your ass is gonna be poor.
Yeah, well,
that's it.
Don't say what you about to say, kid.
Yeah, I was about to say.
What you about to say?
Right. Go ahead.
I think this. This is. I like Barack Obama because he was the president that he was and how he did it like that. But they all do the same fucking. You don't get nothing out of none of them.
Exactly.
but
at the same time,
because he was black.
People give him.
Yeah, and that's what's crazy. Like, I mean, what we go here?
No. Listen, what I'm trying to say is that y'all got to also remember is that when
it was kind of like when OJ won in the trial.
No,
bro.
but when he got into not really, y'all got to remember something. When he got not put in, but when he got into the office, look what the past 8 years was in front of him. Mm-hmm. So when he got in as a president, he still had shit to clean up.
He came
you
into
get what I'm trying to say?
Crisis.
Look. He came into such a fucked up situation. Nobody give that man credit. It was a lot that he couldn't do. There was a lot that he didn't do, not couldn't do.
He didn't do.
No, he attempted, but everybody think that the president got the last say.
Then why y'all? If y'all don't think he had the last say, why y'all think Trump got the last say?
I'll tell you something about Obama, man. Let me say it like this. I think Obama was scary, not to our country. He was a good face, but Obama was trained by some real elite people. Right, above our level.
Right.
When that little girl won the Nobel Peace Prize from Pakistan, she won it basically on begging, and it was based on begging Obama to stop doing what he was doing with those
bombs over Baghdad.
With the drones. With the drones, and we didn't know nothing about that.
Right.
I don't know shit about it.
Yeah, we didn't know nothing about the drones and all that stuff that was going on, but Obama killed more people
with drones
than anybody, than Bush.
No, hell no.
Yes, he did.
Oh my God!
Yes, he did.
And he did it quietly.
Yes, he did.
Yes,
in that way, they had boots on the ground.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Withdrawing the troops.
And I'm gonna tell you how a drone works. See, y'all need to realize something. And no. He wiped out innocent whole entire towns. No. All the map obliterated. I'm gonna tell y'all something, and I don't know if a lot of y'all missed this, but back in 2012, he quietly signed where drones could be used here into the United States, where he could drone your ass in the United States.
Listen to what I'm trying to say, though.
I'm telling you, no. When I tell you the political structure is one and the same, it's one and the same.
All I was trying to say at the beginning is that nothing has changed throughout presidents.
What did change is that Obama didn't bring another war.
He was
because he bring another war. He didn't bring no war.
I know, because he was quietly massacring.
Wait. Come on. Let me stop.
He didn't bring another war.
Let me stop.
Listen.
Let me stop for a minute, please. Let me say something.
But let me say this. He didn't start a desert storm.
Okay.
He didn't start. What was our last one that had the sun with it?
Mm-hmm.
What was the name of that war?
Which one? But we had Afghanistan. So what's the
what was the name of that war? What was the name of that war?
He was the one that got it.
Now look,
It wasn't Bush who got Bin Laden. It was Obama.
Obama got Bin Laden.
Yeah,
I know that, but I'm
But that was
saying that that's
strategically
after
planned.
he got out of
What?
office. He had that on his hands. He still had a gang of shit to clean
Yeah.
up, just like the Bushes had shit to clean up.
Hey,
That's why.
My point was
That's the point of what I'm saying is this: why, when Daddy Bush got right into office, we went right to Desert Storm.
because
right
right
to
about
Desert
the
Storm.
oil. He wanted
Okay,
to be Halliburton and all
Then
that.
That's not
then Clinton comes after him, right?
Mm-mm.
You know
Who
what,
came?
man?
Who came after? Who came after?
Look,
Who came
you
after
talking
George
about
Bush?
This is so
Africa
crazy,
is under
man.
attack
Bush
because of
Bush
world
Senior, listen
population.
what
The
I'm
more
saying. Listen,
people
hold
you
up,
got,
hold
Go
up.
ahead, come on.
Can I get mine out? Y'all know I don't
Go
even
ahead.
like talking politics like that, but I'm saying this.
I ain't speak on nothing.
This nigga, the father was vice president and the president, right?
Yes.
When Reagan was in office,
He was running the
we
show.
we were allies to like the Palestinian War, all of that shit. That's what we did. We were allies. Soon as Reagan's terms was over and Bush came in, we went right to war. Desert Storm.
Bush was running Reagan.
Listen, I don't know. I'm just telling you how the shit went down with Bush.
No, I'm just saying.
We had the
You're right.
Desert Storm War. Boom. All of this bullshit, whatever. Then Clinton came.
We taking a long route.
Hold
right
up.
here.
Look, real quick.
Very
Clinton
long.
come.
Oh, to
Clinton
get to
come.
the point.
Hold
Yeah.
up. No, Clinton come. When Clinton get there, we are
You
also
missing a
allies.
whole lot, though.
No, I'm not. I'm telling you the way that the war.
You're talking about people on the ground fighting wars. They
No,
was on
bro,
the
I'm not. I'm
ground.
talking about politics of war, not
Yeah,
the people on
man,
the ground.
but
I'm talking
my
about
sister,
what.
man, been in the
Bro, my
Air
brother
Force.
Donald. My brother Donald was in the Air Force. Don left and went to the Air Force when he
What
was
year?
17 years old.
What year?
And Don did what? 15.
When he got
He
out.
was in Don.
17.
Yeah,
When he got
Don
out.
was in the
What
Desert Storm.
year?
My brother was in the Desert Storm.
Right.
Don went to.
we've had
90.
Look, Donald
No,
went
when
to
he went
Yeah.
78, 79.
Remember, Desert Storm only lasted
Donald went in
100
79 and
days.
came out
Can
in
you guys
95.
remember,
It's
man,
100 days.
all
We
these
talking
kind of
about
things we
now.
talking
Air
about right
Force.
here is
No.
like this. Is this what I'm just trying to say, Chop?
No, I know
Please.
what I'm talking about now, but I'm talking about when my brother
Remember,
was in the
started
Desert
this up,
Storm.
I was trying to explain.
Yeah,
The whole point of what I was trying to say, to cut it
You
short.
know we got 6 minutes.
Okay,
I know
the whole
that's
point of
gonna
what I'm
happen.
saying.
We're gonna
Hold
wear
up.
out the
The whole
point
point
of
was
everything.
No, the whole point of what I was trying to get across.
Obama was killing
Damn.
people from 3,000 miles away. That's a huge difference.
But
With
they been
nobody
doing
else
that.
on the floor. Nobody else was doing that.
Right,
He only done that.
right,
He the only president that was in president for 8 years who done that.
right.
And every
Hey.
black man,
He had a-
every one of
he had
them,
a-
but you gonna,
he
you gonna
had a new-
guarantee.
Hey,
you
check
He had
this
a new
out.
toy.
Check this out. Check. Don't worry about that microphone.
He had a
I
new
got the
toy.
blaster on, so.
He had a new toy.
Hey,
He had a new toy.
You know what I mean
so
by
when
that,
you have
right?
a new
Yeah.
toy,
You know what I mean
and
by
then you
that?
have a
You know what
look.
I mean?
But let me tell you something though. The
Because
biggest regret of everything, when you put everything into perspective,
Right.
even Tookie was up for a Nobel Peace Prize. All right, right,
Mhm.
pretty much right before this girl from Pakistan who
He did.
win
Tookie
the
did have
got
one.
the
True
Peace
story,
Prize.
yeah.
All right,
Tookie
so
had
let
one,
me
he
tell
did.
you something.
Right.
Man. Let me just tell you a true story about some real shit. Okay, so when she went and did that, she was pleading to Obama to stop having those drones. She wasn't talking about ne'er one single human being being on her platform
Right.
saying stop this. She was saying, you guys blowing up schools, y'all blowing up
Just
everything
that,
with a
right.
drone.
yeah.
And he was doing this from thousands and thousands of miles
She was
away.
begging
Nah,
for
he
other-
wasn't
she was
doing it.
begging for
No,
lives.
no, no, no,
Yes,
no,
he
no,
ordered
no,
it.
no,
He
no,
signed
He
off on
ordered
it.
Y'all,
it.
you know,
No.
that's
No.
He was the only one that gave
No.
a green light on every
Yes.
order of a
right.
button
I
push.
understand that, but that nigga ain't the one that's out there cockeyed to the motherfucker like.
He
Hey,
ain't,
man.
he ain't
You
the
know
one
what?
doing it,
They
but he's
controlling
sending
it.
them.
I salute you,
No.
Obama, but you ain't no different than Trump.
They ain't
No.
none of them.
Straight
No.
up.
None of them.
Straight up.
And it's not
And that was
designed
all
to-
I was saying from the
No,
beginning. Like,
and
I
you're
don't
right.
understand what the big.
But
I don't understand what
I
y'all.
will
What
say
the
this.
big.
I'll tell you what the
Tripping
big
off
deal
of-
I
is.
could have
all the
sworn. I
same
could have
shit.
sworn. I
No.
said at the beginning, we just liked it because he was black.
That's
Well,
what you
here's the
said.
I
big
will
That's
say
what you
he's different
said.
That was
from
my
Here's
point.
the big
That's not
scary.
saying
Squeak
Squeak,
your ass over
squeak,
here. Come on,
squeak,
squeak.
squeak.
Put your ass over here. Hey, man. Squeak.
They don't
Hey.
understand the big scary
Uh-oh,
difference.
Squeak. No, come on, man.
Squeak.
Squeak your ass over here.
Come on,
Hey,
Squeak.
we got a couple
Come on.
more minutes.
Come on.
Let your
Say,
face be known.
say what you want.
Oh, boy, Squeak.
Peace.
Peace.
What's up, man?
Peace
Hey,
to the
man,
guys.
Yes.
this is one out, man. One of my comrades, one of my people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shut up.
By fate.
Come on, man.
I'm just glad to be here with my friends and family.
That's right. That's
Yes,
right,
sir.
man. You know,
Glad to be with my friends and family.
Yeah, this is my
Small
love
world,
song
too.
right here.
But
Yeah.
you only got 6 minutes, but I don't. There's a lot I could have spoke on about this, but
Say what you gotta say.
What
Say
you
what you
gotta
gotta
say?
say real quick.
Yes,
About
get it
the
on
Obama
out, brother.
situation.
Take the last
No,
6 months.
I'm just we talking about Obama, but I'm just gonna say this one thing. It might even be funny. What he did do, he gave the average man 3 days off for work. So don't nobody know about that one.
What he do?
He gave 3 days off. He put that on the books. You get 3 sick days. So didn't nobody do that. So salute him on that. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
There you go.
That's right.
Hey,
That's from a working man
how
statute.
much time we got?
You heard me?
Hey,
Before I say anything, you know what I'm
Gangster though.
Yeah, that boy a fool right there. He said,
Man, it's a
saying?
beautiful
You get average
thing.
man 3
But that
days.
directly affects you. That directly affects most people in the world. So that's important.
It
I don't like
was.
that, man. I
It
don't
was.
like
But see,
that.
corporate didn't like that because they had to pay them for 8 hours. You got sick days.
right.
Yeah, but see, here is the thing, and this is what
It's
you
the
But
go
one
look,
the
now
fuck
I
is
can
that?
turn around and say Trump gave the 100% to the writers and the publishing side of music. Now he signed
Okay,
off for
yeah.
songwriters to make
No, man, you know what I'll say? I'll say Trump let that lady out who
who was in jail for nothing.
yeah, simple as that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
simple stuff.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say
yeah.
simple
I
stuff.
liked that though.
Trump
Yeah.
signing all
You
these
know what I'm saying?
bills to do
I
reform
like
acts
that.
for all this
Okay,
stuff
you
that he
gotta
think
realize
is
No,
wrong.
something, though.
I'm not. Look,
Say
I'm not
simple
here
stuff.
acting like I'm no Trump supporter. I'm just saying to
No,
this
it's not even
that
about
the
that.
game is
That's a
rigged,
situation,
and I don't understand
Yeah.
what the
30
big fuss is
Well,
about
I'ma tell
because
you-
it ain't
We're
affecting
done.
it ain't affecting your life,
No, I'm
man.
gonna tell you
You
what
know
the big
I'm
fuss
saying?
is about
She's
now.
saying
No.
Yeah.
This is what the big thing is. Trump basically is revealing the truth of what politics has always
Yeah.
been. This is what is scary for the world.
Yeah.
This is nothing new. What he says. That's why I can sit there in amusement and listen to him and take in what he's saying and go, you know what? I can respect you for telling the fucking truth because that's really the way it is.
I appreciate you, sis, but if they just now realizing politics is
look,
politics, they something wrong with you, man.
Well, yeah, that's why we here every Saturday
You know
from
what I'm
4 to 6,
saying?
so y'all know.
Shout out to the homie Squeak in the building.
Yo, mama, thanks for everybody down in Texas.
All right,
We
see
had a
y'all
great
next
time.
week.
Rest in peace, Angel. We love you.
Love you, Angel.
I know they're gonna think I'm
Shout
crazy.
out to Tracy, Ted,
Ebony,
Dave,
Raven,
David,
everybody down there. Thanks for the love.
Diamond.
Diamond, shout out to
Reed,
everybody
Lil
working
Roger.
those jobs. Take care of their babies.
Yeah. Yo, Free Slim,
Mac Royals,
Deanna Stewart.
Free Slim.
Yeah, Power Move, Team Wish.
It's fireworks.
Next week, week 35.
Be back.
We'll be back.
See you next
We'll
week.
be back next week. Make sure you share this. Make sure you tell people about the
We on the
podcast.
yeah.
On the Run Entertainment.
We on the
what?
yeah.
We on
I'll be back.
We on the yeah. Rest in peace, Angel, for real.
Mark Smith, I see
we
you
love
boy down there in Texas. I mean down there in Connecticut.
you. Yeah.
What it do? West was one.
All
Come
day.
on, man.
We trying to win
That
it.
was beautiful.
Way, bro.
I'm still on. We still on. Hey, he don't like that noise.
Nah, he ain't feeling them fireworks. Nah, my brother ain't feeling them fireworks that